What's up, guys? Buenos noches, good evening. Welcome to Oaxaca. We're here in the Zocalo, the city center, and today we are doing a food tour, street food tour, whatever you want to call it. We're trying to show off the amazing, diverse dishes that you can find on the street for cheap here in Oaxaca. We got 200 pesos, which is about $10. What can it buy? Only you will know if you come along on this adventure. Let's do it. So there's so much amazing street food to find here in Oaxaca. I'm with my two buddies. We got Tim from Germany. We got Danny from the UK.
Hey guys.
We're doing it. You have something to say?
What?
It's great. So in the Zocalo, there are like 3 or 4 streets where you can find amazing street food. We're gonna see what we can find, but here you can see super busy. The entire area kind of turns into one big market. It's been amazing that, you know, like anything you could want, native products, normal products, tourist products, you can do it. But today's about food. Let's find some. Stop number 1 on this 200 peso, $10 food adventure is the Elotes, Esquites, Conchita lady. It's a beautiful thing. So she's got some corn here and we're getting this. I will explain more about this when she prepares it.
First up on our delightful food tour of Oaxaca is Esquites, the off-the-cob version of Elotes, one of Mexico's most beloved street foods. Our vendor piles high yellow corn, cheese, mayonnaise, salsa, and tops the whole ordeal off with fried grasshoppers, chapulinas.
All right, guys, this is esquite con chapulines from our beautiful Conchita, Our Lady, gracias. So, you know, when I have corn, I always like it topped with bugs, specifically grasshoppers. I think that's kind of the best way to eat corn. So let's, mayo, cheese. Yeah, how could that be bad? Look at that. All right. Oh my God. Salty, spicy, lemony. We got the cheese. The mayo here is just something different. And I'm one of those guys. I'm gonna say, I'm a grasshopper guy. When you come to Oaxaca, I want you to be a grasshopper guy or a grasshopper girl. Be who you want to be. Next up, guys, we've got tamales oaxaqueños, different kinds of stuffed masa. Okay, señorita, una rajas con pollo. Sí. Okay, gracias.
Fresh out of the steamer comes a tamale oaxaqueño. This bad boy is stuffed with tomatoes, peppers, chicken, and wrapped up in a banana leaf steamed to perfection.
Next up, we have a tamale oaxaqueño. This is very special because they wrap them in banana leaves, just like what we saw in Costa Rica all those days ago. We're gonna open this guy. My favorite part about the Zocalo here is they play Greek music. I don't know why. Oh. There we go. All right, here we go. Tamale oaxaqueño. It's massive. This one is rajas. It's gonna be with chicken, tomato, onions, and a little bit of chile in there. Let's give it a shot. I'm gonna try not to burn myself. Wow, the masa is nice and tender. The inside is, it's kind of like, have you ever had like salsa, like paste salsa? It tastes like paste salsa with chicken, but in a good way, in the best way. Tamale oaxaqueño. What's next? What do you think, big man?
I really like it. It's super juicy. A lot of tomato in it. And the pork is not that dry. Super nice.
Woo!
There's nothing that reminds me more of Mexico as the street taco vendor. You can think of him as the flavor purveyor for an entire city. He rolls out his cart, heats up his plancha, puts on the meat, and goes to work. Operating in the wee hours of the morning to late at night, the taco vendor slangs out thousands of tacos every day to hungry patrons. On the plancha, also known as a griddle, you can often find chorizo, res, also known as beef, roasted onions, and more. There are no tables in this experience, no chairs either. It's just you, a plate of tacos, huddled over a hot griddle with your friends, savoring bite after tasty bite of delicious taco deliciousness.
Number 3 are street tacos. There's nothing more Mexican than street tacos. This isn't necessarily something that's particular for Oaxaca. This guy's got chorizo, he's got pork, he's got some al pastor, which is the rotating one. We'll see that in another episode. But there's nothing more Mexican to do than to go out late at night with some boys, have some beers, and slam some chorizo in your mouth. So that's what we're doing right now. It's happening. Salud. If you're ever worried about, maybe getting sick from street food, you have to do street tacos because these things sell so fast. Like this guy will probably sell, 10 kilos, 15 kilos of meat in a night. He's like slanging it. And the thing is, you gotta go where the people go. You can see here, dude's busy. Dude's absolutely busy. So chorizo is my favorite spicy pork sausage. We also got the secondary one here. It's just a typical beef, but hit the spicy salsa. Do yourself a favor.
Next up is what I would call the street food purveyor, who is really the heart of specific Oaxacan street food. Tucked behind Oaxaca's biggest market, Benito Juarez, you'll be able to find Oaxaca's street food delicacies, such as Oaxacan-style empanadas, molotes, and the national dish of Oaxaca, tlayuda. A dish that for my American mouth is impossible to say, yet I can still appreciate the deliciousness with my American mouth as well. The grill reigns supreme in Oaxaca. Let's see what comes off it.
All right, next up on this extravagant food adventure is molote. It's, I have no idea what's in it. They said chorizo, but let's give it a shot. We got some Oaxaca cheese on top. We've got some guacamole sauce, a little bit of cucumber, a little bit of cabbage. Let's go for it.
Papa con chorizo. Va relleno papa con chorizo. Y este que es queso con epazote.
Con epazote.
Mira.
Yeah, it's like, have you ever had a pierogi? Have you ever had an empanada? It's like that, except instead of frying it, they toss it on the grill. I assume they fried it earlier, but then they give it some char. It's all about the char here in Oaxaca. We like the char. So now we're gonna talk to you about the most famous food in Oaxaca, tlayuda. Impossible to say, impossibly delicious. The most typical dish in Oaxaca, absolutely delicious, crispy on the bottom. It's like it's like nachos if it was one thing, and you just gotta attack it like a champion. Let's give it a fold. Boom. And just go in the middle like a savage. I want to get a piece with the pork, so I'm just gonna go in the middle. It goes against all food rules, but I'm not here to make the rules, I'm just here to eat the food. Oh yeah. It's a good one. Super crunchy, super crispy. You got melty cheese on the inside, a layer of black beans, really vibrant pork. This is the lifeblood of Oaxaca. People sell these and eat these absolutely everywhere, and there's a reason. I have no idea why these are not in Mexican restaurants in the United States, but by God, they should be. We're gonna show you a few more foods. We're getting pretty full, but we haven't even spent $7 yet. It's insane here.
This is what I'm calling the awful taco stand. No, not that awful. Awful as in guts, the nasty bits, the parts that often get thrown away, left behind. Get it on a taco, cover it in salsa, and call it a day.
Next stop is a special taqueria. We're gonna have some traditional soup, but first, brain tacos, tacos de sesos. Danny, after you, my friend.
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good?
Very good. Good.
Yeah. This is a dish that I first had in Mexico City, and it freaks me out that people eat brains, but then I've had it since then in many countries, and I have to say, brains are not so weird. You can kind of see it here. Some people describe them as creamy. How will I describe them? Creamy. Creamy. Yeah. It's so weird. You want to hate it, but it reminds you of cheese, and then that's a disgusting comparison, but then you go back and have another bite. Pozole is easily one of my favorite Mexican dishes. This is something that's really endemic and traditional for New Mexico Christmas. We always have tamales and pozole. Pozole, what they have here is hominy. Hominy is the corn, and they soak it in lye, and then it puffs up. And they serve it in a red chili broth. The Mexican version has cabbage in it and a little bit of pork. The New Mexico version, no cabbage. We definitely got some onions in there, and sometimes a little sour cream. So here you go, guys. Let's give it a shot. Maybe it's just me, but easily reminds me of my childhood. And this is the kind of thing that just like warms your soul. You normally eat it on a cold day. It's like 78 degrees here in Oaxaca. I am wearing a jacket, but I hate the cold, so. But absolutely delicious. It's a little crunchy, just really goddamn enjoyable. Tim, it's your first time eating pozole. What's your rating?
It's my first time, but I like it.
That's good. Better than the brains?
Not as good as the brains, no. Brains a little bit better, but yeah.
Feel smarter?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
The thing that makes street food so enjoyable for me is you get to go out with the people, you get to enjoy the night out, you get to see what everybody's eating, and you get to be a part of it. No one, you know, street food's for everybody. It's not too fancy, doesn't cost a lot of money, you know, anybody can have it, which is, I think it's a good foil for life. You want to be part of the world. You don't want to be, you know, eating, you know, there's things to be said for fancy restaurants that are 200 euros to sit down and dine, and it's like an art form, but this is the art form of the people. This is the people's art, and it's goddamn delicious. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to our final stop. I am so unbelievably stuffed. We've been eating as a group, and I think we're all hurting right now. But one last thing, this is the borracho. It means drunk. This is the drunk cake. It's honey, red corn. I'm sure there's some food coloring in here, but most importantly, why it's the drunk cake is they soak it in mezcal. Mezcal is the traditional tequila-like substance here. Some people describe it as a little smoky. Does it look delicious? It's oddly red, which makes me skeptical, but red velvet cake is delicious, so I'm gonna shut up and we're just gonna go for it. Salud, thank you guys for watching. Whoa! Yeah, I mean, I don't know about it.
Does it taste like mezcal?
No. So, I assume what they've done here, because on the inside, basically it's a dry piece of cake. The inside is very dry and not enjoyable, but the outside is kind of mushy, so I assume they made a mixture of mezcal, honey, and kind of like, maybe I misunderstood, maybe there's no red corn in here. They fooled me. And I don't know. It's really sweet. All right. As the boys and I finish up our borracho, I'm gonna end it here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This is the street food of Oaxaca. If you have a chance to come to Mexico, please come to Oaxaca, eat in Oaxaca. The people are lovely. There's so much to do here, so much to see, so much culture, and the food is absolutely delicious. So thank you, Danny. Thank you, Tim. And we will see you on the flip side. Make sure to, of course, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. Please do it. And we will see you on our next adventures, wherever those may be. Hasta luego.